Agfamatic stack fantastic. Hey everybody, Mike Raso here for another video where I'm talking about 126 cartridge film. Again with the 126. It's a really fun format. And here is a camera that I bought on eBay that I've never shot with and I know very little about. So this video is not an instruction manual. You could find those online or do some digging in the Google. This takes 126 cartridge film. I'm fortunate enough to have a vintage, expired 1998 Kodak 12 exposure cartridge. Today's little experiment is a live experiment. We're going to see if we can get this camera going. Now, from looking at this camera, I'm just going to take a guess and say that it's a 45 millimeter lens. It's 1/190th of a second and probably 1/40th of a second with the cube. I'm not sure, but I'm just guessing these things. Now, this camera, it has on top here clouds, semi-cloudy, sunny, and then super sun. Or I guess that could mean flash. And when you turn this, if you look, you're not going to be able to see it, but when you turn it, it actually makes the aperture smaller and larger based upon where you're turning. So I'm keeping it on cloud because that's the widest aperture and we're using expired film, so why not? If you've never seen a 126 cartridge, you're in luck. Oh, yeah, fresh 1998 fresh. Oh, classic foil container. Look at that. Kodak Gold, vintage 1998. This is a 12 exposure roll of film. When you put this in your camera, this little window here, that's where the exposure number you're going to see, 1, 2, 3. You see John's face. By the way, John's behind the camera today. Yeah. Okay, so get out of here. Here's our camera. Most of these Instamatics are basically the same. Take your cartridge, put it in, pop it. They just pop in. Oh, there it is. Close the door. And now we're going to... See that? Look at that.
It's moving.
It is.
And moving.
Number one.
Number one!
So we're at our first exposure, and I'm indoors, so there really is only one option, and that is to use a Magic Cube flash cube. Now, you're going to see a ton of flash cubes online on eBay, like blue dot flash cubes. Those will not work with this camera. The traditional... John, could you hand me one of the... No, down there. The baggie. No, the baggie. That's it. Thank you, Igor. You may say, well, what's the difference? Why do I have to use a Magic Cube? Why can't I just use a Flash Cube? These are so much cheaper. Well, the Flash Cube, they're smaller, and they have metallic pins on the bottom. And these cubes are designed to use in cameras that are powered by a battery. So the flash can't fire by magic. Hence the name, I'm not even joking, hence the name Magic Cube. This came out a bit later, and as you can see, it doesn't have the metallic tabs. This uses a system whereas a pin fires, and it fires up into the flash, and it creates a spark and allows the flash to,
Fire.
Thank you. This pops on your camera like that. So, Magic Cubes only for a Magic Cube camera. Here we go. That's on there. We're ready to shoot, and I'm going to shoot John. This is a Instamatic, so your minimum focal length is probably 5 feet. Wow. That worked great. So when you advance, you'll see the cube will rotate. Check it out. Look at that. Let me get one more shot, John. 1, 2, 3. Very nice. So if you don't want to spend the money on the Magic Cubes, well, you have two choices. You could shoot in daylight, or you could do a search on eBay. Occasionally these pop up every now and then. Back in the 1970s, third-party companies made electronic flashes for Magic Cube. Remarkable, right? I'm going to take my cube off, put it there, and then we're going to try to use the electronic version. There we go. So you're going to have to get creative. If you can actually find one of these, you're going to have to get creative and use some rubber bands to keep this actually on your camera, because quite frankly, this was not designed for this particular Instamatic, but I'm guessing it will work. Okay, here we go. Ready, John? 1, 2, 3. Whoa. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's it. That's the overview of a simple Instamatic camera. These cameras are a lot of fun. You could find expired film online, occasionally right in our store, filmphotographystore.com. Check out my other videos on reloading 35mm in these cartridges. My video about using the Agfamatic 35mm to 126 adapter. And I have because this roll of film is so old, we don't know if the pictures are going to come out. Let's take a look. My name is Michael Raso, Film Photography Podcast. I'm the host, filmphotographypodcast.com. You could write me anytime, Michael at filmphotographyproject.com, and go out there, have some fun, and shoot.